Hi, it's Norman Kochannek here for Extra Time. I'm in Sydney, we're waiting this third test at the SCG. I'm here to talk to you about more breaches that have been announced, you could say, in the Australian press, and that are circulating quite heavily in the press as we speak. They are about matters that relate to further breaches, but in fact, as you will find out, they are not breaches whatsoever. They refer to one breach where both Virat Kohli and Hardik Pandya were seen in a baby shop with the lady who was a staff member there, were photographed and were buying products on their way to India. In fact, they were in Australia at the baby shop buying presents, obviously for Virat Kohli's wife, I would assume, for the baby to be, and were doing nothing more than leaving the country within that day. They actually basically left the bubble, were then on their way doing some last minute shopping before they head back to India. So they effectively broke no biosecurity laws or regulations whatsoever. There were no breaches. That's one. The second one was apparently in Adelaide at a place called Waffle and Coffee, where players dined outside, which is again within regulations. They're allowed to go out as a group, as a small group, go out and go about their normal activities, go out and dine, eat publicly, but in an outdoor setting where there is no breach of the protocols. And in that situation, it was claimed that they went inside to pay without a mask. Now, again, that was not deemed to be a breach of any form of security, biosecurity laws. Again, that was fine. So those two are very clearly not breaches. And of course, the matter of the 5 players in Melbourne dining out with the latest video that we've seen circulating. Again, those 5 players, which have been deemed to be needing separate isolation, well, it looks like Cricket Australia are quite satisfied with their situation, because the 5 players in question will be travelling with the team tomorrow, being the 4th, from Melbourne to Sydney to prepare for the 3rd test, and be training on the 5th and 6th, and be playing as a unit on the 7th. So they'll be all available, the likes of Rohit, Sharma, Gill, and of course Pant, 3 that will definitely be selected. Then the outside players, of course, of Prithvi Shaw and Navdeep Saini. They are in the squad, may not be selected, but they're in the squad still training, going about their business. So the 3 players, Gill, Pant and Rohit Sharma, will certainly be available and be certainly playing. There's no isolation that will specifically extend to them not playing for the 3rd test. So those matters have been cleared. The 3 matters have been cleared. So I hope that makes sense to you. The reality is that the breaches that have been claimed in the Australian press are false. They certainly did happen, but none of them were true breaches. Again, there's nothing wrong with the players going out and having something to eat in an outdoor setting where they're away from anyone and it's deemed to be very safe, such as the half capacity of the SCG at this stage, which is deemed to be sufficient because, again, they're all outdoors and there'll be sufficient social distancing monitored and maintained, that the actual grounds have been certainly thoroughly checked by our Premier here at Gladys Berejiklian only recently, with the police, and the appropriate protocols have all been set for a wonderful SCG test. The 3rd test should be wonderful, all available. Gill, Pant and Sharma will certainly be in the side, and Shaw and Saini will be within the squad. This is Norman Kochannek here for Extra Time. Please view, like and share the posts, and don't forget that the SCG test is as per program on the 7th. So await for further updates, subscribe, and you'll get more from Extra Time. This is Norman Kochannek.